Hello. Good. Okay. Good morning, people. It is Wednesday, the 10th of May. Welcome to TDA, the day after, the home of popular culture. Oh, your favorite news platform, and the home of popular culture, as decided by you, the culture. And as always, we are hosted by the brightest and best in the business. Everybody care to introduce yourself?
By Big Man Use, good morning. Say no to job shaming.
Started already.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
And I'm your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge, 6 foot plus of pure temptation and all that stuff. And I would just say sometimes the truth hurts. It's not always intentional. You get what I'm saying? It's not always intentional, but it is what it is. How we doing today, guys? How we doing, man?
We good, man?
You cool?
Yeah, man.
Everybody all right?
Mm-hmm.
Fresh, ready for the world?
100%.
I fell asleep early today. I feel,
Got energy.
yeah, I just feel like, I don't feel like it's morning. I feel like I've been going for a little while, ready to go. I'm good. I'm here.
Ready to cause trouble.
That's not my MO, man. I just tell it how it is. You get me? I'm the voice of the voiceless.
All right.
You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man. What else is good, man? Nothing?
No, man. Regular, man. Regular, schmegular.
I said regular, schmegular, degular. All right, cool. The boys don't want to talk to me. Let's go. Let's get into the headline.
All right, so the first headline, cause politics, right? So Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, has refused to rule out a coalition with the Lib Dems if Labour fails to win a majority at the next general election. Asked if he would do a deal with the Lib Dems, the Labour leader told the BBC this was a hypothetical question. But he said he would never do a deal with the SNP because of a fundamental disagreement on Scottish independence. Despite local elections gains, experts say support for Labour may not yet be enough to win an overall majority. Last week, the party gained 537 councillors and 22 councils in England, including key battlegrounds like Swindon, Plymouth, Medway and Stoke-on-Trent. Those are places where Labour is hoping for success at the next general election. Following the results, Sir Keir Starmer said his party was on course for a majority. The BBC's projected national share, which estimates what the outcome would have been if all of Britain had a chance to vote, puts Labour at 35%, which is 9 points ahead of the Conservatives. But many commentators have predicted that this level of support may not translate into an overall majority at the next general election, which must happen before January of 2025. If no party wins a majority in the House of Commons, the result is a hung parliament. The party with the most seats is usually asked to form a government, but in order to secure a majority, it must get the support from other parties, either through an informal deal or a formal coalition. Next headline, a Lib Dem peer is seeking to block the government's illegal migration bill as the plans are set to face significant opposition in the Lords. Lord Paddock intends to put forward a rare motion to decline on Wednesday, so today. If the motion is passed, the bill would have to be dropped. Although with Labour not expecting to support it, this is unlikely to happen. The legislation, which has already been approved by MPs, aims to stop people from crossing the channel in small boats. So we've been speaking about this on the show for quite a while now. Prime Minister Vinicius Junior has made the issue one of his key priorities ahead of the next general election, which is widely expected to be next year. The bill will place a legal duty on the Home Secretary to detain and remove those arriving in the UK illegally to Rwanda or another safe third country. This has prompted outrage from opposition parties and charities, which argue the bill is unworkable and could breach international law. However, the Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, and Justice Secretary, Alex Chalk, urged peers not to defy the will of the British people and to back the bill. Writing in the Times newspaper, the pair said it was right that the Lords scrutinise the legislation, but added that this must be balanced against the clear desire of the British people to control immigration. And the last headline takes us to Israel, where, as always, there's always some type of fighting there. And unfortunately, trigger warning here, at least 15 Palestinians, including 3 commanders of the militant group Islamic Jihad, have been killed in Israeli airstrikes on the Gaza Strip. Palestinian health officials said 8 women and children were amongst the dead. Another 22 people were injured. Israel said that Islamic Jihad leaders it targeted overnight were involved in recent attacks on Israeli civilians. Islamic Jihad has vowed revenge, and Gaza-based militants are expected to respond with rocket fire into Israel. The extent of any escalation is likely to depend on whether Hamas, which controls Gaza, decides to join in. But Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the country was prepared for all possibilities. And this is also what he said. He said, I suggest our enemies do not test us. The strikes were the deadliest since 3 days of hostilities between Israel and the Islamic Jihad last August, in which 49 Palestinians were killed in Gaza.
What's your thoughts? What's your political views on that? Are you free Palestine?
I try not to get involved in, you know what I mean, the non-blacks issues.
Oh wow, okay. That's,
No, I'm joking.
that's interesting. Are you free Palestine, Brad?
Always.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Talking about.
No,
It's their land, innit?
I was just checking.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking. No, because you moved on quick and I didn't get a chance to tell the people.
Is it free Palestine news?
Always, man.
All right then.
But you know what? Yeah, since you did bring it up, yeah,
Let's go.
do you not feel that Israel has some type of right to it, especially if you know what? Why is it Palestinians' land? Let me start there.
Because it belonged to them before.
Okay, before when?
Before the was it the Poles that came through?
What
And
Poles?
became Jewish people, the Eastern Europeans.
Oh, before they moved back.
Yeah. Well, moved
In the
back as in.
40s.
I said move back.
Well, okay, you know what?
It belonged to them before, the Palestinians, and then the Jews came and took it.
Yeah, but
Well,
when you,
things that people that came, Jews took it.
okay, so but are you talking about basically after the war, after the Second World War?
Whatever timeline
Okay,
that
cool.
matches in.
Okay, cool. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you speak to Israeli, yeah,
Yes.
they'll tell you it was theirs before the Palestinians. And they'll say, you know, if you look back in the Bible and them times
No,
there,
but I don't see the people who are now occupying Jerusalem as those who
as the
were way
originals.
back. Yeah.
okay.
Am I wrong?
I mean, you know my views, but no,
No,
I don't.
I want to know the truth. I don't want to know any biased information. I don't know much
Not
about
biased.
this particular issue, but when it is, I hear about it or I see videos about it.
Yeah.
It's always a case of no, the people who occupy it now aren't the people who were there before. It's not even their land. It's the Palestinians.
Then that means you have to also, not you personally, but whoever kind of believes that has to believe that they're not the original Jews. Then
Yes,
Okay,
that's what
cool.
I believe that those YouTube content creators believe. Are they wrong?
I mean, I personally believe that the original Jews are all spread around the world and all the types of things there, innit? But yeah, I don't believe that the people who moved back, who are Europeans to
Yes.
me, are the original people that were there from thousands of years back. No.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, like thousands of years have passed, and they're basically saying, we are Jews like them. That's our inheritance. We're children of Abraham. So if that's our people, King David was one of us.
Oh, so you're saying that the people who moved back into that particular holy land were the ones that were displaced or
Yeah.
scattered from the
Exactly.
beginning?
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
okay.
basically the argument. Yeah.
All right, and the Palestinians, where they come from?
Well, they would have come in after that, innit?
When they also were part of the scattered?
I mean, if you were to actually do like genetics and stuff, then there'll be linkage.
You've got the test to do that these days, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they're all from around the same type of region,
This
isn't
is
it?
what I'm saying. That's why I said I think that they should be sharing it.
Okay.
I think that the Palestinians shouldn't be persecuted
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
because they're neighbors. Well, they're not really neighbors. They're actually living in the same place. But it doesn't look or feel like them, for them, as in they live in the same place. They're
Yeah.
treated as outsiders and whatnot.
100%.
That's what I don't like.
100%.
Then
And
again, I'm not even Palestinian or Jewish. So, well, to be honest, if it is that listen to you, I am Jewish.
Hebrew. That's right.
All right then. Let's get into our
Topic of the
what
day.
you saying topic of the day.
Why do you look blurry, man? Hold up. Give me a second.
Why do I look blurry, man? What's going on there, man? Talk to me. Fix me up, man. Yeah, let's get into what you saying topic of the day.
All right, so Brent, yeah, first thing I want you to do with that Matt. What happened?
Von said this is nonsense.
Von, what's nonsense, Von?
I don't know.
He said, no, they weren't you, man. This is nonsense.
He said, let me calm it down.
I think one knows my views though. Anyway, surely. Anyway, so topic of the day, right? There's a link in the document, Brent. Yeah, if you don't mind putting that up. Yeah, there is obviously choose certain pictures. Hopefully you understanding my messaging that I'm trying to send to you. Yeah, but there's basically a beautiful black woman, dark-skinned woman out there who's making waves, modeling for top designers and fashion houses and things of that nature. Yeah, and I wanted to get you lot's opinion on how she looks and stuff like this, right? And then we'll progress from there. Wait for Brent to thingy. Yeah.
Isn't she AI though?
Does she look AI?
She looks AI.
It says in the document that she's AI.
You just ruined the whole thing.
It's only because he reads it. You knew
I read
well,
the document.
You knew that Marx doesn't read the document, so you
This
thought
is
you can
true.
catch him out.
Yes.
But now
Now we have someone who
It says-
reads the document.
Should do the virtual AI black model. It says it right there. I read it this morning.
Yeah, but I don't do that.
I didn't know you didn't do it. So I thought, what's he playing at?
He was trying to trick. Marx.
Oh.
Marx seems to think he knows how to tell when one is AI.
Is that a good thingy? Because Mark's face is looking like.
Don't you think they look weird? Like maybe if you didn't tell me it was AI, I might think they was real people. But maybe not. Don't you think like even like that second the two of them together? Like don't you think they look weird? Like don't you think AI just always looks off to me? Like it doesn't.
It looks to me. It looks real. It looks
I think the white one looks a bit
realistic.
thingy though.
I don't know what it is. There's something about it to me that just they look weird. Like they just look weird.
It might be the eyes. There's no soul.
Is that what it is?
It might be.
Maybe if you know what? If you didn't tell me, maybe I wouldn't know this one was AI. But again, and maybe because they're like models, that weirdness, I might have just said it's that model look or something like that. But there's still something missing. Like the first picture that you picked definitely didn't look. This one here looks looks like a character. Looks like it's made. That
This would have fooled you.
yeah, I think so. That looks real.
I think everyone would have been fooled because no one's.
Yeah, I think that would have.
You're not thinking it, innit?
No one's looking at pictures thinking this is AI.
That could fool me. This looks like just a random girl just took a picture somewhere. That looks legit.
Yeah, that could easily be Photoshop.
So the more legit ones, yeah, the ones that's like, okay, cool, this could have fooled me, yeah.
Mm.
What do you think about the idea of having a black AI model who's actually like modeling real like designs from like fashion houses and brands and stuff like that? Just off the top of your head.
I think it takes away jobs from real people. First and foremost, I don't think this is about it being a black AI model. It's AI.
Everything's done online, innit? So it works for the brands and that they can create models to look whatever they want to look like and promote their clothes. So when they're doing content, pictures, stills and stuff, it'll serve their purpose. They can run whole campaigns with the AI. But then again, it changes the whole industry. You get what I'm trying to say? Like when this goes with like Fashion Week and that, she's not there walking the runway and that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? So then what do they do? Like, I don't know if it could work, if that makes sense. Again, like I'm saying, online it's calm, but then
online
what happens when it gets into
But in real life,
real life? Because the supermodels are the supermodels. I mean, I'm not aware of who they are, what they're doing, or whatever, but they're outside, innit? They get invited to the shows, they walk the runways, they go and do the magazine covers and that. They're vital, or they're, you know what I'm saying? So.
But then isn't that kind of a good thing? Like you just mentioned about how they're taking away jobs from like real people, yeah? Isn't that kind of a good thing where it's like, okay, cool, there's still going to be jobs because in real life you still need to do those like runways and things of that nature.
Yeah, but that's still one aspect. Print media is still one aspect of the job. So you're still taking away jobs.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
but I mean,
sorry
it's
to cut
not
you up,
totally
man.
obsolete.
What's the human fascination with all this stuff? Because why would this page why would anybody care? It's not even real. Like, it doesn't even matter that it looks real or it looks good. Like, why would anybody follow this and give a shit about this? I don't understand. Like, I probably don't understand why it would have followers, people liking it and commenting on it. Like, it's not a thing.
Because human beings just care about aesthetics and something that looks good in it. So
But it's not a thing though. You're gonna comment and like a picture. It's going to nothing. It's going nowhere. There's no one's gonna reciprocate this love that you're showing. Like, it doesn't make sense.
No, I'm with you. But I'm just
Like, what purpose would there be to follow this and comment and like on the pictures?
You know, there are people who like dog Instagrams and cat Instagrams.
Yeah, but a man run that. A humans run that. It's their cat.
do you know-
Wait. I think I've got a.
That a cat runs it and is getting the feels when it is you click like.
How do I know a cat's not running the page?
Yes. No.
You know
How
what?
do you know?
Cool.
No. That's not what I said.
What are you saying?
How do you know a cat is running it?
How do I know a cat is running it?
Yes.
The cat's not running it. It's
You
the person.
said just now, why are we clicking this? Because nobody runs this.
If there's a cat page, yeah, so someone loves their cat so
Yeah.
much and their stupid pet,
It's the cat owner who's running the page.
It's the cat owner that's running
Yeah.
the page, yeah. And other crazy cat people who love cats and stuff like that
Yeah.
can come and like
There
this
you
page and all
go.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
But the
People
owner,
like fashion.
Yeah.
So they
no,
like
the owner
pictures.
though,
Yeah.
the owner's running the page. So it's someone's human. It's not that you're liking the cat and all that, but it's the like-minded. It's a community. Who's running this?
It doesn't matter.
The AI.
The AI creator.
It's
the
not
person who
the
created
AI.
the AI or the company.
It's
No.
the company.
Okay, cool. If this was, I don't know, ASOS, for example, the ASOS social media marketing person is the person running the page.
Yeah,
And
so
they,
if it was-
they get sent these images, they post it.
So ASOS, yeah, posting their images,
Yeah.
with the AI in it, and
Yeah.
people liking and commenting on it, it's
Yeah.
cool because it's promoting your thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying making a whole page for the AI that's modeling for ASOS,
Yeah.
and then everybody going and following the AI's page and liking and commenting,
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
Why?
Because who are you liking and commenting to?
No,
No, but
the consumer.
but they're invested in the fashion more so than the AI model.
That's
right?
why I'm saying if it was on ASOS's page, for the example that we used,
Yeah.
if it was on ASOS's page and
Yeah.
ASOS is using the model and it's posting all the clothes and people are interacting with it, then I understand that.
Yeah.
But do people like pictures on Instagram, like to send almost like a subliminal
No.
heart thing to the owner of the page?
No, but I don't follow nobody that's not real. Even if meme pages, I understand that there's a human
They
behind
trick
it.
their girlfriends.
I don't follow nothing that's not.
No, but people read comic books. People watch cartoons. People it's just illustrations. Like I don't feel like there needs to be some reciprocation.
Cartoons are just different forms of storytelling, like books and that. This is someone's ideas and things put onto a page. I'm watching somebody's or a group of people's ideas and stuff. This is people's stuff. It's not nothing.
But isn't that the same thing,
What
bro?
are you talking about?
What with the AI?
Yeah. Instead of it being drawn, it's
Yeah,
typed.
this is
It's
just
code.
this is
Computer
just
code.
a digital AI illustration.
Okay, so use it with what kind of say like you're into fitness? If there's like an AI PT, you'd follow him and just
No. See your spiel right now. This doesn't refer to me because I
all.
won't follow an AI page. So this is
no.
not
So
about
use
me.
it in defense. I'm trying to find out what kind of AI pages use that would follow.
No,
I'm saying.
but what if it was a PT who was doing like good like you know what I'm saying, like good like
Good reps
movements
and
and all the
No,
damn things
that
there.
doesn't
It
impress
might
me.
not because of an impressing thing, but just because it's like in the same way I would follow a PT who's got certain things I can learn from.
I wouldn't.
Can I learn from that person?
No, if I became aware of an AI page, I might check it out, but I'm not going to follow it. What for? I don't need to. People who are not that knowledgeable might need to.
Yeah,
but I don't need
exactly.
to.
No, so I'm saying, what kind of AI page would you follow?
Probably I don't know. Dragon Ball Z AI page, cartoons, Marvel, like that kind of shit.
Can I throw something in there? Yeah. Do you think you guys? You have to obviously try and imagine it, yeah. But do you think you guys could be invested in an AI page, yeah, where people, top coders from around the world, created football players, right? And these football players. So let's just say you two, right, created like 11 person team, and you as well, yeah. And you guys could those players could actually play matches, right? And there's just an Instagram page. And so people can actually like your stuff and see certain goals that you guys are scoring. You're competing, like real life competing, based on the AI that you guys have created.
I think that feels like a bit like computer.
That's
feels-
playing computer game.
That feels like making a computer game more interactive. And because we like sports and that, I think we could definitely buy into that.
Hey, they're the same thing.
It is.
But I don't know. But I wouldn't be following the players though. Like I'd watch the sports, yeah, and I'd enjoy the entertainment, yeah. So the players made up, I don't know, David Beckham, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go and follow. I'm not gonna follow the player, the made up player, even if he's my favorite AI player and he's cold and he's.
Yeah.
I'm not. Why the fuck am I gonna go and follow his page for? It's not real. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is my point I'm making. I could enjoy the content. I could watch the games and love it if it's good, well put together. Because I watch Football Manager and stuff. These are fake and all that. So I'm not gonna go and follow the AI star.
Yeah, I'm the same. But
Like I follow Sterling and that. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, but are you failing to comprehend that people are different and some people will actually would care about this AI stuff. If it's
Maybe, yeah.
if it's the fashion,
Yeah, literally, that's literally what it is. I don't understand why people would care about. Again, if it's the vessel that is through, if it's used for a vessel, so
Yeah.
that because what you said was good. The model thing, the ASOS, in it. So if
Yeah.
ASOS is using the AI as a vessel to promote their clothes,
Yeah.
and I'm following ASOS, and
Yeah.
the AI is all over it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
can understand that. That makes
Yeah.
sense. But then it's telling me that I'm gonna go and follow this AI ASOS model's
Yeah.
personal Instagram page.
Yeah.
What?
But I believe I haven't seen this person's page, but she's probably the outfits that she's probably wearing are they AI generated outfits that are real and they're being tagged. So
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
right,
Sell clothes.
yeah. It's not like she's just an AI model who's just modeling random clothes, right? This is no.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's actually designed by like fashion
Yeah.
houses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the same way you'd get like a real life person in there modeling
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
actual clothes thing
Yeah.
will be on this on Shudu.
Okay, and have you checked the comments? Are the people? Is it like shopping
even
purposes?
check
Are
the
they
comments.
like, oh yeah, that dress is cold or are they in the comments
I
talking
don't-
to the AI?
I don't
Like,
think-
you know what I mean. So in the comments talking to the AI, oh you're kidding it, slay girl, fire. Like what? Like if they're in the comments, like oh yeah, that dress is cold and it's serving the purpose for the fashion house, then I'm okay, fine. I'm saying, but I don't know. I have to check to see. I don't know.
I think also, yeah, you're forgetting that human beings, yeah, like we connect to stuff because of stories, innit? If David Beckham now scored a sick goal in the Champions League final, the AI or something like competition, yeah, and after that they show him at an after party.
What? This is what I mean. I can't do it. How did he get to the party? What do you mean?
This is what Brent, ain't that what AI is gonna do?
It's exactly what.
People are gonna connect.
That's the blueprint.
People are gonna connect. Then you see him at the Oscars, all sorts. I'm telling you.
That's cold. Nah, I hear you, man.
Hey, I'm telling you.
And
this-
you also have to realize that we're moving into a space where there's going to be augmented reality, like apparatus. Maybe it's eyeglasses or it's contacts and whatnot.
That
When
puts you in a
go to these
place.
places,
Then the
you
AI
can
can be
place
in
this
there.
Thing, yeah, digitally all over the gaff.
Well, the world's changing, man. Technology and that, man. I hear you. I hear you.
Well,
But them putting this dark skinned black girl here means that other companies can also can latch onto this particular ability to get consumers in because it looks like there's diversity and representation here, right? And obviously dark skinned black women are not going to be able to get these jobs because all these white companies would already have a representative. Yeah, and it will flock from there, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, definitely in that sense, right? But what about in the sense of like, because like every day we talk about beauty standards, right? And we say, oh, this is because of the media. Magazines are doing certain so and so. They're showing, I don't know any white models. One of the Hadid sisters, yeah, and all these other white people, yeah. And we're saying this is what is kind of creating the narrative for what is actually elite beauty, right, in the world. What if you're getting more and more black AI people like this, yeah? Even though they could use real life black people, because obviously it's not like there ain't no real life black people who look like her, right? But this is kind of changing the narrative and say, yo, black is actually beautiful, you know? So and so, this, that, and the third. Couldn't that be a good thing?
I think this change has already happened. To be fair, in terms of what this AI model looks like, that aesthetic has already been around for years now. Like she is modeled based off of
Something.
the popular aesthetic. It could be Lupita. It could be. I've seen very tall, slim, dark skin models for years. She's not anything new to me. No, haven't we seen that aesthetic before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have only because I'm attracted to this kind of stuff in it.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
But now imagine more of it though. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
where
it's more
like,
of it, but it's not real though. So I'm not invested in things that are not real. So I'm not invested in AI models. Like, go and find real life people who look like this and give them jobs. I don't care about. I'm never going to be invested in AI in this capacity when they take away jobs from real people in it. Like, I get representation is cool, but this AI model is based off of a real person's image.
Yeah.
So go and find the real models. But I get we're in a digital age, AI. Who knows? It might be more cost effective. It might be, obviously, it's less hassle because you're, as a creator, you're in charge. You put out exactly what you want to put out. There's no pushback. I get it, but you know what I mean?
Well, like obviously, I know you're not saying this, right? But what about like self-esteem and stuff and those type of things where like I was saying earlier, we obviously care about those things, right?
Yeah.
Wanting our children to have certain positive images
Yeah.
of black men and women and this and the third.
Yeah.
Even though they're taking away physical jobs from real people, right? In this particular area,
Yeah.
just having like loads of black AI people out there, surely that does something else that we also need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, that's to me that's a separate argument. Do I feel like having black images is good for young black girls' self-esteem and self-confidence? Yeah, of course I do. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to be like, I don't want to see any black AI models. If that's what you want to do, I'm for it. But I'm saying on the other end of the spectrum, get real models in.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because we live in a world where these real models exist. Yet to some degree, they weren't pushing them to the forefront like that.
Yeah.
Yet we have an opportunity to kind of push them. Obviously, it's not them, but push that image of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what's important? Pushing real
This is what I'm
people's
getting.
lives or pushing an image
This is what I'm
based
getting
off
at.
of real people?
This is what I'm getting at.
What
You know
do you mean?
what I'm
What do you mean? Is what you're getting at?
But basically saying what really is more of a priority? Because
Pushing real people
but why?
because they're real people who have they need to live. What do you mean? Why? Like,
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, for example, if you're not doing your job today, right?
yeah,
There's another job you can do. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
We can all do different jobs. So it's not like we've now made that person just die.
no, but if people aspire to be models and people have aspirations to be models,
Yeah.
and they can't get in because of AI, that's a problem for them.
But okay.
Yeah,
But
but
it's-
you can't speak to people's desires. If I'm,
Yeah.
I know you're saying, but you could do something else. But that's models exist. Models is an industry. Women, men strive to be models, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to get into the industry and I can't now because of AI, there's a problem, and that goes with any industry. And
This is what I'm saying.
yeah, so it's not a case of I'll do something else. Yeah, I could do something else, but this is what I want to do.
I
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I fully get what you're saying, but
That's what I
I'm
wanna
just
do.
trying
It's
to say that isn't this just part and parcel of life though? Like sometimes we try something.
Yeah, it don't mean I have to be complicit with it.
This is what I'm saying. But if it's like, because the way I see it is, yeah, a lot of the time we try and do certain things, yeah, we create a product or we do certain things,
Yeah.
and sometimes people just do it more efficiently.
Yeah.
And so based on like a free market system, that more efficient business, in my opinion anyway, should be the one that does the actual thing. But then it frees up the other person to do something else that maybe they didn't know they had a passion for, or,
What?
or
No,
something
but
else.
you can't
And
be
man for him that said freeing up.
but
No, it's
no, but you're taking it upon yourself.
fired.
You're taking it upon yourself to redirect people's desires and narratives. That's not for you to do. That's for them to do. So, what if that person doesn't want to do something else? What if right now in this stage of my life, I want to pursue modeling or being a footballer or a presenter, whatever? You can't say, oh, you know what, AI is handling it. No, you go and do something else. What type of rubbish is that?
No, but you said, remember, it's not a case of me personally
He
saying
said
that.
freeing them.
That's a freedom up.
No, but wait. It's not a case of me personally doing that. It's me saying the market is doing that. The reason why I'm saying that is because
Yeah, I know the market's doing it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's right in totality to where, for example, let's just say in 20 years' time now, there'll be industries which are completely housed by AIs as opposed to human beings. I don't think that's right. Like, I don't want to live in a, obviously we're more of a digital age, right? I don't want to live in iRobot world,
yeah.
right? I want to, human beings, flesh, blood. I don't want to live in a world where it's robots and
Yeah.
AI and, you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah, 100%. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I think for me, yeah, and I think the reason why I kind of hold this view is the reason why I'm trying to articulate the view here is because I think since the beginning of time, there's always been a shift in technology or evolution of certain things,
Yeah.
right? Where I would say the masses, the majority of the people were kind of worried about that transition to the next stage. But human beings have always adapted. You know what I'm saying? Industrial age, factories came about, machinery.
Yeah.
You know, people were always worried about jobs. What are we going to do? But then just something new came about. So yeah, people were talking about, okay, for example, physically we won't be there to build certain
Yeah.
things. But then we made machines.
Yeah.
And people had jobs in terms of creating machines.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I feel like there's some jobs that humans can't do, and I feel like there's some jobs humans can't do as efficiently as
A robot,
machines.
yeah,
But I don't feel like modeling is one of them. Because
Okay,
AI models are completely and solely based on a human being's aesthetic. So, you know what I mean? It is
Yeah,
what it is.
makes sense. I guess, obviously, before we move on, I guess you kind of hold the same view, which I would as well. I'm assuming anyway, about rapping.
Yeah.
You obviously want to hear a real life
I want
rapper.
to hear authentic rapper. I want to hear, yeah, the AI. I don't buy into. The only AI I have ever bought into is computer games.
I swear I said.
that's
I swear we
fair
asked you before if there was an AI and he sounded just like Nas, but he was cold. Would you rock with it? And I think you said. Did you say yes?
No, I said I'll check it out. It's like, for example, I've been coming across so many AI clips online. The other day I saw AI of Biggie rapping Mobb Deep, Shook Ones.
I see Timbaland.
And I was like,
I see
this is
Timbaland
crazy.
saying that he's never got a chance to work with Biggie, but then he's playing a song with Biggie, the Biggie AI rapping. Have you seen that guy? Right?
I've seen that, yeah. So it's and I was listening to it thinking, right, this is Biggie's voice rapping Shook Ones, word for word. It sounds crazy, but that's as far as it goes for me. I'm not gonna be invested in it. I'll check it out on a one-time thing, but that's it.
How do you feel about using the same rap thing, right? Nas, for example, the equivalent of Nas for maybe a younger generation, right?
Yeah.
Creating the AI himself, if that makes sense. So he's writing the bars, right? But he's just not, I guess, rapping it. He doesn't need to.
He's not recording it.
Exactly.
It would take away some of it for me, but if I know that the artists themselves have a hand in this, as in this is something that they have orchestrated and put together, they're typing in the lyrics, it's just not their actual voice, it's an AI voice, it would make me more inclined to listen to it because I know that artist is invested into it as opposed to Joe Schmo creating a Nas album himself. No, but if Nas is actually invested in this product, I'll be more inclined to listen to it, but I still wouldn't feel like it's purely authentic because it's an AI generated voice regardless. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you guys obviously kind of spoke about obviously the good things, but how they're not really as good as the negatives, pretty much. Yeah. Tell me what you think about this now, because I'm not too sure if you guys know. Yeah, but this particular AI person was created by a white man. So this is a white man that's created this shudu, and is obviously getting like reaping the benefits financially, right? Like you're saying, taking jobs away from black women, this, that, and third, right? But it's not that it's just going to somewhere else. This is going into a white man's pocket. So he's coming into our industry, taking, you know what I'm saying? Like, the point is, we've seen it on this scale, because obviously it's happening right now, yeah. But do you feel like AI could be used to make white supremacy an even more crazy enemy, basically?
Well, do you think it was worse that there's a white person that made it?
This is what I'm asking.
I thought you said it was a positive to have the black faces out there. So now it's not a positive because it's a white man that made it.
No, but this is what I'm asking. Because I was saying, okay, it could be positive.
I
Because
think he's asking you to state your stance.
Oh, you want my opinion?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what, because it was a, like, yeah.
I don't like how light you are.
Who? Oh,
Shoot you up a bit.
It should be up a piece.
it was very bright, isn't it?
Like, the industries, these industries are controlled by a white man, innit? Like, it's when if you it was a real woman, like them models that were going around, and you put them on the cover of Vogue and all these things and these clothes and these fashion houses and these events and these runways. It's all the white man that's benefiting from it anyway. They're doing real life like slavery shit, like, and that. So
Yeah.
that's
all these
fact.
big
So there's no difference.
Oh, by Louis Vuitton, Gucci,
Yeah.
Hermes, whoever, they're all
So
owned by white people.
there's no point like just picking, because essentially, if you wanted to look at it like that through with that kind of eyes, then you could just say that they're all just prancing around for the white man anyway. So it doesn't make I don't know why. Like, I could understand the sentiments of it, but people just want to be angry and they want to fight. People just love conflict, and that, you get me. Like, I don't know why that would make you more angry, the fact that he's white, than he was black. Especially when we was throwing around the idea of it being good to have the black faces front facing, isn't it? But then now, because it's a white man, we want to, like, what is it good or is it bad? What are we doing here?
Well, this is why, as you know, I always line up the questions in this order. You know what I'm saying? but the thing is, though, using your old thing, your previous argument about obviously white people kind of control the industry anyway, right? But Naomi Campbell still became a millionaire.
Yeah.
Lupita, Tyra Banks, there's still real people who became millionaires who could change the lives of their families.
Yeah.
This takes that away.
But this, I don't think it can take away from, maybe like a percentage, but not the full thing.
Okay.
Again, because when you're coming to when you go in New York, Paris, London, AI can't do it.
Yeah, no, in terms of real life in-person modeling, of course.
That's what I'm trying to say. So
But in terms of print
again,
and
a
social media.
percentage of it, yeah, because it could probably cut cost in it, yeah. So
Yeah.
these big fashion houses could
Yeah.
probably put together whole campaigns that they're doing online,
Yeah.
not need real models,
Yeah.
yeah. It could more than likely cut cost in it.
Yeah.
In that sense, there's definitely going to be some kind of lost
Yeah.
to models, innit?
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, especially the top girls and that, yeah, you can't replace
Yeah, no,
them.
because you're forgetting there's still brand names. Like there's still brand names who have followings, who have years and years and years in this industry, who hold a lot of weight.
Unless they're gonna start doing the hologram thing.
I was thinking that, to be fair, when you mentioned in-person modeling, but
That would be the only thing if they're gonna do the hologram thing.
That's hella expensive. Hella expensive. Having bare holograms walking up and down, it's very expensive.
That's the only way I can
It's
think
probably
of
cheaper
it.
to get real people.
Okay, so let's just say, yeah, because my thing is, yeah, just for being consistent rather. I believe, as you guys know, I believe in a free market. So I believe people should be allowed to do what they want to do, right? So my thing is, isn't this an opportunity for black people now to get into these same spaces?
The thing is, yes, but I know it's a trend, right? It's like when white people do something that within a black space, black people complain about it because they feel like white people are, being the cultural appropriation, all that stuff, or they're benefiting off black people. But why aren't we doing it? It's always after the fact that people complain, but you didn't think of this idea. I don't knock people for having ideas. If you didn't have that idea, that's on your own. That's your own problem. That's your own problem. If you didn't think to do this and he did, then it is what it is. Because if he didn't do it, would you have done it? No. So then what's the problem? You wouldn't have done it anyway. So why are you complaining? You wasn't going to do this. It's not like, and I get it, if you are a black person who's actually trying to do this and you can't, and you feel like, there's no space for you, you're being blocked and you're being pushed out of it because it's a white space, then fine. But if you're just a Joe Schmo and you had no intention of being in this, then what's the problem? Right?
Yeah, like you said.
What's the issue?
If you're a regular guy who doesn't want to do it anyway.
If you have no aspirations of being in this industry or this market, then why you complain? It's like people who complain that a lot of our products, the shops.
I was just about to say, you guys are complaining about
by Asians. Do you plan on opening the shop?
bro.
Do you? No. Okay, please.
I don't understand why you just want to cling on to conflict and be mad. Oh, a white man made it. He made it and he named it. That's all weird and stuff. But it's like everything. If you look into it, yeah,
We're all wearing
stuff. I seen that Dark and Lovely in that. Like, it's owned by white people. Like, there's black products that people use, like that are seen as like Afro-Caribbean or whatever products and stuff, things that people use like for their care and all that.
Yeah.
That are when their package got black people, it's made for black people stuff.
Yeah.
That's owned by a white man.
Yeah.
No, and they're still buying the products and using it. And you get me? Like, so I don't understand why you pretend like you care, because you don't care like that. There's bare black people things or things that we want to claim and associate with us. You get me? That is white man's things.
Yeah. The only one thing I can say about that is growing up, being young and naive.
You didn't know.
I actually thought these things were owned by black people until I got older.
Yeah, but then you got older, you didn't change?
Of course not. Because
It's not of course not. That's not fair.
No, because this is all I know. So for example, I thought Supermodel was owned by black people my whole entire life until I was older. I'm not gonna be like, okay, because owned by white people, I'm not gonna drink it no more. I like this drink, I'm gonna drink it. It is what it is, isn't it? But it doesn't mean that I can't now drink another drink that I know is owned by a black person. I can do both. I can do both. I can buy clothes owned by blacks. I can own clothes owned by whites. Right?
That's why you got to bring back Fubu, man. For us, by us.
Academics of that. Lot 29 and then...
That name is serious, you know.
For us, by us.
Fubu.
Yeah, serious name still.
Hey, it was whack.
It's true. I didn't own any Fubu.
Was Fubu big in the UK though? It wasn't really, though, innit?
Not
In
like
the
that,
UK,
no.
probably Academics was the biggest in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the American stuff,
In
yeah.
that 03, 02, Academics was big here.
Yeah, that was a thing. Sean John got kind of thing.
Yeah, Sean John, Carl Carney was big when I was young.
Then Velours and all that. Yeah, that's jokes.
So to kind of wrap up, yeah. Do you feel like if you look at it, because obviously I'm kind of assuming I haven't really read the chat properly, yeah, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of upset at what AI can do in it, or at least the effects on I guess the black community. Because somebody actually said, "Oh, how do you guys feel about an AI TDA style daily news broadcast on YouTube?" So someone's just copied what we're doing here, but the AI. How do you guys feel about that?
I wouldn't care.
Why you, Marks?
Initially, I probably wouldn't care if it got more successful than man. I'd be like, this is bullshit. Be like, what the fuck is this?
You know what it is? I don't feel like AI can outlast just authentic human beings. I just don't. That's just me, innit? Like I don't feel like.
It depends on how much stock people put in it.
I know,
and
but
how much,
for example,
how much. If people give it the attention and give it the ratings and put put their time and attention into it, then it could, because it's the people that elevate.
No, I hear what you're saying, but for example, I don't feel like, for example, AI music would ever be more successful than real music. I don't feel like AI podcasting would ever be more successful than real podcast. I know,
but you said, but it's there's idiots in the world. You don't feel like AI music would ever outgrow real music, until they release AI music, and then there's these idiots spending all their hard-earned money buying their albums and then going into stadiums to watch a TV screen and buying into it and creating an industry where it's making money and doing things, and then it doesn't matter. Like then it can happen if there's enough idiots out there to elevate it. It could happen.
But the thing is, both these things can live side by side and exist together.
What,
right?
AI and
real life, right?
Yeah, but then it just rubs people the wrong way. It's like what you're saying. Another singer out there wouldn't give a shit about AI if it's just AI and doing whatever it's doing. But then let it elevate and get better and bigger. And then I can't think my hard-earned blood, sweat and tears all these years, my vocals, and this AI over there. This is crazy. I'm going to kill this AI. You know what I'm trying to say? You're going to kill this motherfucker.
Really, but that's just competition then, because there's hella artists. So are you going to get angry at every single artist that comes out?
No, because that's your God-given talents or your hard work or your... Obviously, there's still competition, people with bitterness anyway, but you can't look at it like that because you're better than me, bro. I can't look at it like that. But something that someone made up and got all these extra advantages over me and all this, and it's not real, and then people that's different. That's different.
I just maybe it's just me. I don't feel like people are gonna, connect more with AI than they do real life stuff.
I don't necessarily. I'm not necessarily that they
like
will,
personally,
but if they do,
personally, I don't feel like a AI podcast would really hit, in my opinion. But you're talking about 5 or 4 digital people in a room talking.
But people done what are they called? It's like the Meerkat use the cartoons. Or when or Ricky Gervais thing, so I could see a podcast with cartoon form, even though it's real people behind it. It's still the same. It's if your brain can.
It's different.
I don't know, but if your brain can digest watching every week cartoon characters sit down talking that are real people, because it's not like it's not a cartoon that's made up. It's real people's voices, isn't it? It's just thinking. I think if your brain can accept that and digest that every week, you could probably watch 3 AI people podcasting if you like their opinions and the conversations that they're having.
Not me. Obviously, we've been watching cartoons and illustrations our whole lives, isn't it? So we're programmed in regards to that, innit? But it's fiction.
That's what I'm saying.
It's fiction. I don't want to take in my factual stuff from AI. I can take in fiction from AI because it's made up. That's why I can watch movies and watch TV series and used to play computer games, because it's all made up. It's not real. But I don't want to take my factual information from AI. You know what I'm trying to say?
I heard that.
Question?
Huh?
The question.
Well, question is on the screen. Brent, please ask my question about an AI TDA show made by a non-black person, which I didn't specify that it was a non-black person. So imagine same thingy, but the creators are white and also or a black AI fitness coach competing with Yusuf. How would you guys feel? And the people behind the scenes are white people.
I don't really care if you're white or black behind the scenes, first and foremost. And then secondly, with the whole fitness thing, fitness is already moving into digital anyway. You have online coaches. So what's the difference between an online coach who's real and an online coach who's AI? And I think people keep forgetting, right? There are real people behind AI, right?
Yeah.
It's a real person. But like, I feel like we're talking like AI is like vision or something. It's like it's like an actual robot who's just living his life freely.
No, but they make it and put it to the atmosphere. They don't control it.
I hear you, right? There's a real human being behind any AI image, person, or whatever, right? So that's the person reaping the benefits. The AI person isn't reaping. For example, there's an AI podcast. Who's getting paid? Is it the AI people in the pod?
That's the
person who made the pod. There's a real person behind it. So that's the person benefiting off it. So am I going to get angry at the AI presenter? It's the person who's actually creating the show. That's the person who's benefiting off it. That's their face. That's their front. They're behind the scenes.
Yeah, I suppose.
No? So this is me talking about the online coaching thing. So let's just say I'm an online coach as a human being. I'm online with my clients, emailing back and forth, programs, whatnot, right? What's the difference between me doing that but having an AI as my front? There's no difference. I'm still the trainer with the knowledge who's inputting the data.
It's
So
not
what's the
because
difference?
AI is not like that. AI thinks for itself.
As
Yeah,
in what you mean?
eventually when you get to that stage, yeah. But
So it won't be you. If it's AI front facing, eventually it's gonna be doing this.
Yeah, but who created it? Who
and he'll
can
reap all the rewards.
who can hit the switch, the on and off switch?
Yeah, you can, but
Exactly.
but at some point, someone's going to be talking to it, and you're saying like it's not like it's just regurgitating all your information. If that was the case, that would be different. That wouldn't be AI.
Hold on.
That would just be.
All right, cool. Maybe we have a different idea. Maybe I don't have the best idea of what you're talking about in regards to AI, right? I'm not talking about robots, iRobot, and right now, as far as I'm aware, AI is a program that human beings are inputting data into a system, and it creates voices, images, and whatnot. So, what are you talking about when it comes to AI in terms of it being self-sufficient? And it's all programming right now. No, it's not an actual robot walking around the street.
No, but it's like it develops and learns in it. So AI would always develop and learn and start to develop its own way of thinking and its own stuff. Like it's not. They don't have to be physically put into robots. Like you use.
Yeah, but what
Like,
I'm saying is
there's AI and stuff
but there's still a human being who's created that AI though.
Yeah, but you've created it because it's AI. You create it and it's like giving birth to a
And
child.
that-
You create it and
that
give
can-
it to the
and
world
guess what?
to do
And
its
guess
own,
what?
to think of it
And
on
that-
its own.
And you can still turn it off now.
I'm guessing.
Like, explain to me what I'm not that knowledgeable in AI, right? So when you say
The-
you
the
create
way-
something, what are you talking about? You talking about a program? You talking about a chip, a system? What do you mean?
I don't know if I'm wrong or right. Yeah, I think. But what I'm saying is, yeah, my way of thinking is, you're saying if you created the AI, yeah, and then you think you're gonna say that with the workout, just tell it exactly what to do, and it's just gonna regurgitate what you're saying, like verbatim, like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm thinking about, because that's just you having a avatar for your voice. That's not what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. With AI, with it being able to think and being able to change and being able to learn, yeah, whatever you input into it initially, it's going to
Yeah.
grow and it's going to develop in that, innit?
Yeah.
So even though someone's made the AI, like you're saying, a real person, you've made it, you're going
Yeah.
to benefit from
Yeah.
it, yeah? It's still, you're not controlling it. You've made it, but then you've put it into the world to be AI, and that AI can...
And when you say put into world, what do you mean actually? Do you mean because
just made it live, innit?
No, because AI exists where on the computer system.
Yeah.
So when you say put into world, what do you mean? You pull it into the
System.
internet?
Yeah,
system?
just activate it,
Okay,
kind
cool.
of thing.
So once you put, again, maybe someone who's in tech should call in, right? If you create an AI on your computer, on your laptop, I don't know what systems you use, what programs, you put it into the universe. What does that exactly mean? Like you pull it out. What does that mean? You pull it out there.
Like give people access to use it, to interact with it.
In what capacity? What do you mean?
Wherever the AI was for. So you say the fitness thing.
Okay,
So
cool.
giving people access to talk to it and get fitness
Alright, cool.
routines and
Alright,
stuff,
cool. So
workouts.
so someone creates a virtual PT
Yeah.
on a website,
Yeah,
which is all AI generated.
yeah,
So after they've made this website live, right?
yeah.
Now this AI on this system is thinking for itself, developing ideas for itself, and communicate people by itself, right?
Eventually, that's what
Okay,
we'll get
cool.
to.
Do I, as the creator of this website and this AI, do I still have the power to turn it off? Remember, this is still a computer.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
So
you should do then. Yeah.
What is this notion that the AI is now free in the world, as opposed to it exists in this program on this computer with my coding, everything? Like, I'm in control of this.
Yeah,
AI.
but you're still not You're not going to be monitoring every conversation it has. You're not going to be privy to every conversation it has.
I'm not disputing the fact that an AI is going to be doing
What it wants.
what it wants when I'm not present. So, for example, the system's on, the AI, the system's running it, the website, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be around on the computer clicking and seeing what's happening, right? But
Yeah.
at any given time, I have the power to turn this off.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you're acting like that it's going to be out of control. Like human beings are still the ones who are controlling this. Like for example, even these online PTs, what I just described, I leave my AI on to do what it does. All the money that I'm generating is coming to my pocket. It's not going to the AI. It's not a real person. I'm getting the money, right?
Yeah.
So whether I'm a PT who is talking directly to my customers or I've put an AI in front of me, right? I'm still the one reaping the benefits from it. No, because I'm the human being here.
These look like Oh, that is CGI. That one, isn't it?
All right, so I'm
Like Final Fantasy in them games. There. This is what AI looks to me like.
Listen, so this is the guy who created the digital modeling agency.
Oh, well, he's not AI.
No, and I don't know if it's a he. It might be.
They.
That's a he.
It looks like a he to me.
That's a OG he.
No, that's a he. I don't know what he identifies
Yeah, I
as,
don't know
but he is a he. So there you go.
All right.
All right.
All right. So Cameron James Wilson. And
For three man names as well. I say you don't know who it is.
That's a three man names. And he don't know what he is. That's crazy.
doesn't mean anything. But I hear that. Shudu is a computer-generated model created by British photographer Cameron James Wilson in 2017.
Oh, he's British as well. But that's an American flow.
She's considered the first digital supermodel. Shudu has been featured in campaigns for brands such as Balmain and the BMW. I don't know if it is. Is that how you pronounce Balmain? Or is it Balmain?
I don't know. I'm unconscious.
Balmain.
She has also been featured in editorials for magazines such as Vogue and Cosmopolitan. Shudu's creation has been met with mixed reactions. Some people have praised her as a groundbreaking new form of art, while others have criticized her as being a form of a digital blackface. Wilson has defended Shudu, saying that she is not intended to be a representation of any particular race or ethnicity. Interesting. Shudu's existence raises questions about the future of modeling and the role of technology in the fashion industry. She's a sign of the times as we move towards a more digital and artificial world.
Are people upset that he called her Shudu? Are you upset that he called her Shudu? They're saying, why did he name her?
I mean,
I'm only upset if this name is made up.
What do you mean if it's made up? If that's the first Shudu in the world?
Because he's been like, what sounds African? Shudu. Like, you know what I mean? As opposed to just getting a real African name. Don't make up your fake name.
Go on Facebook.
What do you mean?
You know whether Shudu is real or not.
Oh.
If there's not a Shudu on Facebook, then should I check? You want to see if there's a Shudu on
Yeah, go
Facebook?
on.
Let's see if Shudu is a real name. If it's not a real name, it's what, you're mad that you made it up?
No, I'm not raging. I'm just saying. I'm just saying I would prefer them to use a real name.
Shudu.
Him saying that she ain't supposed to be a representation of any particular race or ethnicity.
yeah, that's crazy.
It Shudu. Yeah, it is a real name. There's bare Shudus out there.
And they're all black.
Yep. I know, but all these pages, this is all the AI. This make their shit.
That would make sense since 2017.
Shudu Poi, one more. No, I believe it's a. Yeah, no, it's a name. It's a real thing. You are so uncultured. How do you not know that? This is crazy to me.
I've never heard name before.
But yeah, man. AI, that's AI for you, man. Because again, like I was saying and Yusuf was saying as well, yeah. Everyone's kind of complaining about what this does for, like, in terms of taking away from us, right? But can't we do the same thing? Brent, I want to ask a quick question to you.
Yeah, I want to make some white people.
This is what I'm saying. No, but for real, why can't we? If we kind of, because we're all creatives, right? If we can see something that a white person can do, that we feel like, this is their thing, but we kind of just like, program it this, that, and the third. Like, what's to stop us from doing that? Well, why do we only have to make black products? Can't we benefit from what they like too? If I had bare land, can't I bloody turn it into a golf thingy and get rich white people to go?
I don't know, man. The world's so divisive. Is it possible that he made that with no type of malice in his heart?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's not possible.
Not possible. The man's even denying, saying it's not meant to be a black something.
Yeah.
Taking a black name and looks black.
Hold
black,
on,
super
hold on.
black as well.
When you guys agreed that he done it with malice, what do you mean? As in describe the extent of the malice, the maliciousness you're describing.
Yeah, what's the malicious intent?
Okay.
What's the malicious intent?
The continued colonization. 100%. And that's what is distasteful for me. Because it's a continuing of fiction.
He's so proud of himself for that.
But yeah, man, I feel like we can do the same things. You know what I'm saying? We can create black models, for example. We can also create white models. You know what I'm saying? We can do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can own fish and chip shops. We can do things that most people think only belong to white people.
But I think we always talk about what black people could do, what we should
Yeah.
do. It's enough talking, innit? People want to do it. People just do it, innit? Like, that's the thing, innit? No one does it. I feel like we've been talking about what we should do for centuries now, man.
Should it?
That's probably where it came from. What should I do?
I said,
That's
what should I
crazy.
do?
Can you imagine if that was the case? He's mocking us. Guys, you should do.
Fam.
You should have done this.
That's
But you're not.
That's insane. That's insane. But I don't think, even with AI, I think us blacks are not really into AI like that anyway.
The last thing I was going to say, yeah. Again, this is for you, Brent. Yeah. Do you not kind of see the parallels, or kind of see this as kind of the same thing as kind of crypto, where it's like, cool, maybe we may have been late to the party in terms of having independent nations that have certain currencies that can thrive, but crypto kind of levels the playing ground, where it's like, if you guys get into this, we can create certain things. We can. You know what I'm saying? We can create our own things in Ethereum, or our own Ethereum. You know what I'm trying to say, Brent?
Yeah.
There you
hold
go.
on.
Hello?
Hello, good
Good
morning,
morning,
Rebecca.
Morning. Yeah, it's Rebecca, Becky, whatever.
How are you?
So yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Great
Good,
over
thank
here.
you.
Good. Basically, I was just calling to, I guess, put in my 2 cents about this whole black AI model, and also, like, I guess it seems like the conversation is also leading towards like black businesses or lack thereof. And to that, I just want to say there's plenty of like black-owned businesses that do things that aren't like centered around blackness. For example, there's plenty of black-owned makeup products, makeup accessories, face sponges, makeup brushes, etc., shoes, candles. Like you guys had that lady on there recently with the baking thing, and even the rum. So I think let's not kind of frame it in a way like if we wanted to do these things we would, because we are. I think we should be purchasing more from our from each other. Like me, I'm not trying to virtue signal or anything like that, but this is something that I personally do quite often, to a point where it's like not intentional. I just purchase a lot of like black-owned businesses, black-owned products, just because, one, I like to go for whatever's like, I guess, quality. If the quality is there, I'm going to purchase, and if it also means putting money in a black-owned business, I'm 100% for that. Even like the mango, the African vitamins guy that was there, I bought something from the site. It's just something that I'm going to do. So these things are out there. And as far as like black people getting into AI, I think there are black people in these industries. I mean, wasn't there a news report on the fact that it's actually black people who are based in countries within Africa that are actually worse off because they're not actually getting paid sufficiently for the input that they're doing with these AIs. So we are there. I think the issue is with resources. There might not be enough resources from someone who's, however old and wanting to get into AI to have, the backing or the financial resources to actually be able to make their idea blow up as much as Shudu. And we also need to think as to why this person selected a black woman to create a black woman AI. We know that things like, a model like Leonie mentioned a few years ago there being issues with makeup artists within the fashion industry, and her hairstylist as well, and her still having to do her own makeup and hair because these people are only there to do hair and makeup for people of lighter complexion. So therefore, it's relieving the fashion industry of a problem. Oh, we no longer have to deal with black women and their specialist requirements for their hair and makeup. We can just use this lady and have to not pay a black woman at all. I think that there's a big issue with trying to strip us of resources that we're already lacking in the first place. So I think that's my sort of issue with this whole thing.
So obviously, without maybe, I don't really want to use this type of word, yeah, but do you feel like you're more of an integrationist?
What?
Because like, from what I'm getting what you're saying, yeah, and I feel like most people kind of hold this sentiment as well, yeah, is that if white people do certain things in the industry, right, and it kind of has a negative effect on us, we should kind of, I'm not trying to say you're saying we should just complain, right, but we need to speak out about it and try and get the same people who are doing this to kind of change things, right? Because my thing is, yes, there are black businesses that are obviously thriving in many different industries, like you pointed out, 100%. But is there enough of us at the top? Obviously, I don't really want to use Kanye West as an example, yeah. But I feel like this is the point he was trying to make to Sway. Yes, I can make, I can start T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a fashion house. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the factories where I can make real change and have black people up there with the Louis Vuittons and the you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like, when does it move away from us trying to find our place in a white man's world? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think we're already kind of moving away from that. I think there's I think there can be a two-pronged approach to this. I think we can integrate within these white companies and be at the top, but I also think we should also have our own black-owned businesses and support those as well. I think it's important for us to integrate ourselves within these. We'd say that, but integrate ourselves within these white businesses and be successful, so that there's voices, our voices are heard, and we don't find ourselves in these situations where there's a white person making black AIs or black things, or even just AIs in general, where blackness isn't considered. You can even look at the things like what's it called? You know, in bathrooms, those automatic dispensers that don't actually work correctly for people with darker skin. If someone was there that was at that table, somebody was there in the engineering room, wherever, that could say, let's test this on people of all types of skin and see how this actually works, if this only works with Caucasian skin. So I think, of course, we need to work with them, because this is the world that we live in. We live in England, so we are the minority. So we do need to work at the tables of these white corporations, but we also need to support black-owned businesses and support ones that, you know, that have great quality as well, and provide constructive feedback to the ones where, like, they are falling short, or whatever the case is. So I think it's a two-pronged approach, and I think more people just need to educate themselves about the amount of black-owned businesses that are out there. We look at things like Sway, who did Black Pound Day. There's a Black Pound Day shop in both Stratford.
Yeah.
Why aren't people going? So there's loads of opportunities for things. There's lots of, like, even like a brand like Hanifa, which is a luxury black-owned brand. There's Telfar. There's so many things where it's not just small black-owned. These are big black-owned businesses, world-renowned luxury businesses. So we are doing things. I think we just need more resources, more support from each other, and not just looking at constantly, like, going to whatever white people have to offer us. We should look within ourselves and see whatever skill set that we have and utilize.
See, to me, like what you said there, that to me personally anyway is the only thing I care about. I care about the fact that we create and we support our own. I don't need to be going to white people's tables and saying, oh, you guys didn't think about the dispenser for my skin. Like, why would they? There's only two of us in the building. You know what I'm saying? If it's my building, and I'm hiring 95% black people, it's gonna be for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, I understand the two-pronged approach, and I agree with you to some degree, right? But I feel like if we're really about that life and we really care about ourselves, let's try and do for self. Why do we need to keep complaining about people that we know don't care about us? We know this. Every single year there's a new thing that shows and proves that they don't care. They want to exploit us. Like in every single industry and in every way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. And I think it's because of that very thing is why we also need to be at these tables, because they aren't considering us at all. And the fact that if we're living in one of the countries in Africa, then sure, whatever. But we're living in England, and it's not like, even though there might be two of us in the company, there's not two of us in the whole country. There's you know, hundreds and thousands, or if not millions of us here that also need to be catered to. And these companies, in one one aspect they don't care, but in other aspects they do, because they will put their hands in other industries. For example, the hair industry, where they know that it's a billions of dollars in industry where black women are the people that are purchasing from this. So they were happy to join industries like that and exploit or use the black pound or the black dollar for those industries. So they're very much aware that we're here. They're very much aware that we also have a big influence when it comes to culture and then when it comes to purchasing. I think we're like one of the like highest purchasers or something like that, or at least in America way. So they are very much aware. Again, for reasons like this, black people need to be involved in these rooms, in these tables, so that when things are being put out that are supposedly for us, or when things are being put out that are supposed that are for the masses, our voices are also included. So it's not like we're completely skated over, because guess what? We are going to go to a public restroom and we do need to use hand wash. Yeah. So why not accommodate for us as well? It's not like we don't exist. Yeah. So I think there's reason why there should be a two-pronged approach.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, I agree with you. I think maybe the size of the prongs to me need to be very different though. I think one should be like 5% and the other should be 95%. And 95% should be the focus on doing for self. That's personally why I believe. But I 100% agree with what you're saying though anyway. But yeah. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
No worries.
And call up more, please.
Sorry, I will do. Just very quickly as well, I just remembered the one thing that Yusuf said about turning off the AI sort of thing. And I don't think it quite works like that. I'm not like an AI expert or whatever it is, but I did see the video of the guy who created the godfather of AI. And they asked him about whether, why not just turn it off if he's so afraid of it. And he said he can't just tell people to turn it off because you don't know what somebody else from a different company or a different country is doing. So while you're turning off your AI system, or while you stopped coding, someone in Russia is still coding and they're gone, miles, a million years ahead of you. And therefore you're putting yourself, your company or your country at risk. So it's not a case of just turn it off, because I think there's probably bigger, security concerns and safety concerns to just turning it off. However, he did say that his main point of focus now, or where he wants people to focus right now with AI, is how to control it and not how to develop it further.
So kind of like nuclear weapons.
Yes, he said we need to focus on controlling it now and not focusing on developing it further, because he's concerned as to how far it can go, and basically it getting to the point where it will be able to control people in terms of, I think you guys even mentioned doing things like maybe even blackmailing, for example, finding a way to look through, messages, history, whatever it is, and being like, is this you? Okay, if you don't want me to, show this to the world, then I'm going to need you to do X, Y, and Z. However, obviously we don't know what would be to their benefit to do that as yet, but that is just what he said his concerns are.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No worries.
Have a
Bye.
blessed
Take care,
day.
guys.
Take care.
God bless. Bye.
All right, guys. I think we can wrap up topic of the day there with that brilliant phone call. But yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get into some more headlines.
Yeah, I do believe that there are different levels of AI. What did you want to say?
No, about something else.
Yeah, this is just a CGI flipping rendering of a model.
Yeah, yeah.
Understand? So I understand why it is that he was
used there.
I understand why he was asking certain questions, because it was getting muddled up and conflated as to what you were talking about. It sounded as though you were talking about the sentient nature of AI, thinking for itself and then doing things for itself and this, that, and the next. And this is just a CGI model. You understand? This was probably created by an AI engine.
Yeah, but that's how it starts.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm trying to say? That's how it starts. You get that thing there, you get that model there, and you got that vessel there, you got all this traction. Eventually, you make it sentient. That's how it starts. Well, because why are you developing all this stuff if you're not going to use it? If you're not going to do it, you get what I mean? So yeah, I get where you're coming from, but you can't ignore that part of it, man.
Yeah, that's not what I was doing, but that's right.
All right, let's get into our headlines.
All right, so our next headline.
Sorry. It's Ebony's birthday today.
Big up Ebony. Happy birthday.
Mark's little shout
One
out.
of our day ones.
Happy birthday, Ebony man.
There we go. Thank you.
All right, so first headline, trigger warning here. And unfortunately, there's been a deadly shooting near Africa's oldest synagogue. So 2 visitors and 2 security guards have been killed in a gun attack near Africa's oldest synagogue on the Tunisian island of Djerba. The attack took place during an annual pilgrimage to the island, which attracts Jewish visitors from Europe and Israel. A guard reportedly shot dead his partner before opening fire on visitors and security forces near the synagogue before killing himself. His motivation was not clear. One of the visitors killed is a French national. 4 other visitors and 5 members of the security forces were injured. It's not clear whether the visitors were pilgrims visiting the Gariba synagogue, and videos were posted online that have not been independently verified, but they show visitors running as gunshots rang out. Next headline. A female Muslim student from 5 schools in the Gambia have taken legal action against their schools at the High Court in Banjul after accusing them of forcefully removing their veils. Some of the schools in the lawsuit are Christian, but most of their students are Muslims. The pupils said that the alleged action of their schools caused them emotional distress and embarrassment, and they are demanding compensation of more than $300,000. The students added that the alleged incidents violated their fundamental human rights and subjected them to harassment. They're also demanding authorities pass a law to allow them to wear veils in school. The BBC contacted the principals of one of the schools, but they refused to comment. Just in case you guys don't know, the Gambia is a majority Muslim country, but also has a minority Christian population. I don't know why they're doing this nonsense over there, especially back home, in a Muslim country as well. Next headline. Violent clashes have broken out in Pakistan between security forces and supporters of former Prime Minister Imran Khan after he was arrested on Tuesday. Protests are erupted nationwide, and at least 1 person has been killed in the city of Quetta. The United States and the UK have called for adherence to the rule of law. Mr. Khan was arrested by security forces at the High Court in the capital, Islamabad. Dramatic footage showed dozens of officers arriving and detaining the 70-year-old who was bundled into a vehicle and taken away. He was appearing in court on charges of corruption, which he says are politically motivated. We spoke about this earlier this year as well. Mobile data services in the country were suspended on the instructions of the Interior Minister on Friday as protests grew, many of them taking place in front of army compounds. Pakistan's army plays a prominent role in politics, sometimes seizing power in military coups, and on other occasions pulling levers behind the scenes. Many analysts believe that Mr. Khan's election win in 2018 happened with the help of the military. And now in opposition, he is one of the most vocal critics, and analysts say the army's popularity has fallen. And the last headline, I'm not too sure if you guys heard about this, but trigger warning here. A teenager who murdered a 14-year-old boy, which makes him London's youngest stabbing victim in 2021, has been detained for life. Marquise Walker, previously admitted attacking Jermaine Cools outside of a chicken shop near West Croydon Station in South London on the 18th of November that year. Appearing at the Old Bailey, the 17-year-old became the first youth to be sentenced on TV, as he was ordered to serve a minimum of 19 years. The court heard that Jermaine had died in a senseless attack. The prosecutor, Caroline Carberry, KC, told the court it's clear that Jermaine Cools did not stand a chance. He could offer no resistance. He was unarmed, he was on the floor, and he was totally vulnerable. He was stabbed a total of 7 times by Marquise Walker in a senseless attack of extreme ferocity. The judge, Sarah Monroe KC, said that Walker had attacked the 14-year-old mercilessly, and the victim must have been terrified and in agony. The court also heard that Walker, who was 16 at the time of the killing, had a history of carrying deadly weapons and had been on bail for having a zombie knife 6 weeks before Jermaine's death. Showing a lack of remorse, apparently he wrote, he's a rapper, so he wrote about the murder in rap lyrics while awaiting trial. And this is what he said basically, that even that youth was a civilian, I would have still rewind and chefed him up on his back. Obviously, there's no rhyme pattern there. But anyway, the victim's mother, Lorraine Dudek, described the failure to deal with Walker's knife-carrying habit as a missed opportunity. She said that had it been addressed earlier, he would not have had the opportunity to go out to kill. Young males get caught with the knife gets confiscated. Within an hour, they get another one from Snapchat or social media. She said that police stop and search tactics has its place and it's very, very good for removing weapons, but the follow-up has to be there. When Jermaine got stopped and searched, I was happy about it. Some parents complain about their children being stopped and searched. That could be the deterrent that stops them, she added. So yeah, man, very sad news. But yeah, like, there's some sentiment going around online anywhere that I saw briefly. To be fair, it was only from one person. But I wanted to throw it to you guys. Do you feel like there's a reason why the first time that they're showing this type of thing on TV, right, is a black person? Do you feel like there's some thought to this? Is there a reason for this?
Oh no, but my brain doesn't. I'm not.
You're not seeing it that way.
I'm not seeing that. I'm not saying it's not true or not yet. But I can't take. I'm not here for. I'm not here for struggle and stress and pain. So my brain doesn't work like that. I don't see everything and think, oh, everything's against black people. And I'm not saying it's not the case. I'm not saying there's nothing there or not. But I'm just saying for my own sanity, that and blood pressure and that. That's just not how I want to live in it. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't always jump to the black card.
All right.
You know what I mean,
but are they just like? Was that like because it was? I don't know. Are they just televising cases from now on?
Maybe I'm not too sure, but yeah, but this was the first youth to be sentenced on TV. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What's their reasoning for not showing cases on TV? Because America's doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, you know.
And so it's something that they're trying to roll out.
Perhaps, yeah.
But I think it's highly plausible that this was done because he's black. Like to me that's a no-brainer. Like this is the UK. This is a racist country. Why wouldn't they choose a black person as the first televised case?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's for me it's like a no shit Sherlock moment.
I'll have to have the information. Obviously, it's easy. It's easier. Like the sentiments will always be like it will be easier for them to make the decision to put black people up there showing their arse. You get me? But you'd have to question whether there was a high profile or a higher profile case at the time involving white people that they could have used. You know what I'm trying to say? That all the information is important because as much as it's not like a drama or a TV show or whatever. It's not entertainment at all, but they're going to go with a good case, if that makes sense. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it needs to be a high-profile case. So if there wasn't a high-profile case with that they could have put on with white people, then it kind of just timing it is what it is kind of thing.
Okay. Well, let me read out one tweet. This is what made me basically for that question. And this is from somebody on Twitter who actually I want to get on the show. So she said it's very telling of the country's commitment to anti-blackness that the very first live broadcast of a sentencing of a child at the Old Bailey is a black child. We state transformative justice now because the state shows it is incapable of reform and creating safe communities. This is despite the family of the deceased questioning how effective it will be in keeping other young people safe. Yet the prosecutor argued broadcasting this would act as a deterrent. We don't want deterrence. We simply want safe and thriving communities. No investment into communities, just rhetoric and vibes. No money for youth centres, but millions for a colonial monarchy coronation.
Yeah, I suppose with the media, it all fits and serves the purpose with the agenda that they want to set to show like young black people doing fuckeries. You get me? So yeah, there's definitely something in it. But again, if you didn't pose the question to me, I wouldn't have thought about it. That's probably what it is. You get me?
Yeah, I think I would have thought it, but I would have just thought that's normal. I wouldn't have thought, my antennas wouldn't have gone up. I think this is expected.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right, let's get into was it people's?
More headlines, you know.
Oh, just more headlines, man. Let's go.
All right, so our next headline, and we kind of spoke about this. Actually, yeah, we did on like 2 occasions, I believe. And this is about Donald Trump's case.
Whoa, police.
And this is a trigger warning here. And a jury in a civil case has found that the former president, Donald Trump, has sexually abused a magazine columnist in a New York department store in the 1990s. But Mr. Trump was found not liable for raping this woman, who goes by the name of E. Jean Carroll, in the dressing room of the Bergdorf Goodman. The jury also found that Mr. Trump liable for defamation for calling the writer's accusations a hoax and a lie. It's the first time that Mr. Trump has been found legally responsible for sexual assault. The Manhattan jury ordered Mr. Trump to pay her about $5 million in damages. The jury of 6 men and 3 women reached their decision after less than 3 hours of deliberations on Tuesday. Today, the world finally knows the truth, Ms. Carroll said in a written statement following the verdict. This victory is not just for me, but for every woman who has suffered because she was not believed. Mr. Trump's lawyer said that the former president plans to appeal the decision because the trial was in civil court rather than criminal. And because of that, Mr. Trump will not be required to register as a sex offender. Next headline takes us to Nigeria, man, where Nigeria's outgoing president has issued a declaration on Benin bronzes. So we spoke about this. Well, we spoke about the Benin bronzes fiasco a couple of times in the show. But Nigeria's outgoing president, Muhammadu Buhari, has issued a declaration on the Benin bronzes that could have significant consequences in the campaign for the return of these great cultural treasures. In the dying weeks of his administration, Nigeria's president made a decision which has caused a mixture of delight, concern, and confusion. His declaration on the 23rd of March, made public last month, unequivocally recognizes the Oba, or King of Benin, Ewure II, as the owner of the famous Benin bronzes. These are thousands of metal castings and ivory carvings, which were looted by a British military expedition in 1897 from the Benin Kingdom in what is today southern Nigeria, and are now mainly in museums in Europe and the United States. In recent years, several of these museums responded to demands from Nigeria, but also from within their societies have started to return the bronzes. The Nigerian president's declaration says that any repatriated bronzes must be handed over to the Oba, who is responsible for the management of all places where they will be kept. This could include the Oba's palace or anywhere else that he and the Nigerian government consider secure. So basically, it's not like they're going to go into museums necessarily in Nigeria. They may not even be there for show. You know what I'm saying? They may just go straight to the Oba's palace or wherever the Nigerian government consider to keep these particular bronzes. And the last headline, again in Nigeria, and according to, trigger warning here, guys. According to a local media report, a 20-year-old woman in northern Nigeria has sued her dad for forcing her to marry a stranger. Fatima Aliu's lawyer told a Sharia Islamic law court in Kaduna State that she already has someone that she loves. He said that the woman was not suing the father out of disrespect for him. The father told the court that his late parents had chosen the groom for his daughter when they were alive, and he wanted to respect their wishes. The judge, Malam Ayeku Abdul Rahman, ruled that while the father has the right to choose a husband for his daughter, forced marriage, however, was not encouraged. He advised the man to be patient with his daughter. The judge also apparently said, according to Punch magazine, that allow her to present the person she wants to marry, and if you are pleased with his religion and character, you should allow her to get married. So yeah, man. Hopefully they can sort this out, and obviously they stop all this. Anyway, let me not comment on people's personal business like that. But yeah, hopefully they can sort something out, man, and they don't break up the family. But yeah, that's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into reaction.
Is that your knee?
Oh, shit.
Like skin in it. And it was in a weird place.
Oh, you're so funny, Brett, man.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, my God. All right, so let's get into our reaction news on a sports tip. Only one thing to talk about, really. Thrilling game went down yesterday at the Bernabeu. It's the Bernabeu, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, at the Bernabeu. Los Blancos versus Man City. They drew 1-1. Vinny Junior opened the scoring with a screamer, like a magnificent goal. City dominated maybe early parts of the game. They had a lot of possession even before they scored on it, innit? They had a lot of possession.
I watched the whole game. I watched like the last 30 minutes.
What did you make of the last 30?
Again, I'm not even lying, I wasn't even paying attention too tough. I even missed Kevin De Bruyne's goal. I had to search for it on Twitter.
It's clean.
It was a clean strike still. I don't know. I feel like, is it me? Do you feel like Real Madrid always overachieve?
I wouldn't call it overachieving if they always do it. I tell people all the time.
Yeah.
Water always finds this level, man. And they're big boys. Like, even when they're going through rough patches and when it's not, they are big
That's
boys.
what I'm saying.
And
they always seem to find a way.
No, but Champions League, it's not, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
Champions League, find a way makes it sound like they, like they squirmed and weaseled their way out or something. No, like when it comes to Champions League, when it matters, they show levels.
Yeah.
Like they're big boys,
Yeah.
bro. They're big. It doesn't matter what they're doing in the season. You got a Champions League semi-final or whatever against Real Madrid, bro.
It's tough.
It's big business.
Tough going, yeah.
Get me? They're big boys.
Because I can see Real Madrid going to the Etihad and winning.
Oh no, facts. You can't write Madrid off.
Yeah.
You can't write Madrid off. It's impossible you write Madrid off.
I'm like, no, it is. I was watching the game thinking to myself, like when I tuned in, it was really 1-0, and I was like, see, you're gonna lose this, you know, like over 2 legs. Like, when are they gonna go all the way in this competition? Like when? Like what? They brought in Haaland, and it's not gonna be enough. Like when is it? What's gonna be enough for City?
I don't know. I see people thinking it's a tough tie because it was a tough tie away from home. I think it worked out perfect for them to go away and get a draw.
Yeah.
To go home, have the crowd behind you, and be the team that you are.
Yeah.
In the form that you're in.
Yeah.
That's ideal for me. That's a shootout now. The problem was me going to Spain and coming out there alive, and I did. Now we're at home. That's ideal for me. That's the best case scenario. Not the best case scenario, because obviously best case scenario is you would have wanted. That's the best worst case scenario. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And I swear that they played 3-2-4-1. Yeah.
City.
Yeah. They had Stones and Rodri.
I'm not worried.
Playing
I'm not worried
midfield.
about this. I hope they don't do it. I don't have a horse in this race. So I don't want them to do it. But I don't care. I think it's more. I'm more looking to like the league. That do they rest up against Everton?
Yeah. Can they afford to? The thing is, I looked at their bench yesterday. They had Foden on the bench. They had Mahrez on the bench. They had Alvarez. They could start those three against Everton and rest 3 attackers. They could bring in Laporte for someone. Like City have got a deep squad where they can rest teams and still be
Better
still be better. Funny enough, I actually really want Man City to win the Champions League, you know.
No, I don't.
Not only because I want them to keep playing football so that, you know, the propensity for them to fuck up in the league happens, but I just want Pep to win it. I just like Pep.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, because you're a Man United supporter. But yeah, I actually want them to win. Like, even if Arsenal weren't in the title race, I actually genuinely want them to win the Champions League. And I don't feel that way about any other Premiership club for some reason. So we'll see. But they've got Sunday's gonna be a big day, you know, because we've got Brian, they got Everton. We haven't played on the same day for a while.
But Brighton just got cooked. De Zerbi's not gonna have. They have to be better. Like they have.
They will
to
be better, but I don't like the narrative that. Like Brighton are a good team. They're a good emerging team, but Brighton to me are not like big boys. And I feel like the narrative is Brighton are gonna show Arsenal because they lost to Everton. Like we're some little man.
No, you have to put in the work. Yeah, for your stature to grow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Potter probably was like planted the seeds for them being known to play good football.
Yeah.
But this is the start of their journey now. It will take.
Is it?
It will take 3 years.
Is it?
Yeah, if they can keep De Zerbi and they can do this for like 2-3 seasons, then yeah.
Because I feel like they're going to keep... I feel like Brighton are going to go through what Arsenal were going through years back, where they keep losing their best players. Do you feel like McAllister, Caicedo are going to be there next season? And it's not a shoo-in that they replace them with certified replacements straight away.
No, maybe not. But they get good players. Their recruitment's not that bad. They get good players.
Yeah, but if you
they develop. I get what you're saying.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. When did it stop?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't see Matoma, Caicedo, and McAllister, all three of them being there next season.
You say that, yeah, but then a lot of these teams, sometimes when they get formulas where they can just, where development is their thing and they earn off it. They've lost good players, yeah. They've lost good players. Yeah. Nobody's left and kicked on. Nobody that they sold. They got big money for man. Nobody's left and done better than what they was doing at Brighton.
Wait, hold on. You don't think Ben White has improved as a player? Even his stature, he's not alright.
Oh shit, I forgot Ben White was there.
Like Ben. Yeah, he has.
You know what? His stature's improved because he's at Arsenal.
No one knew who Ben White was before.
Bro, yes they did. Yes we did. I watched Ben White play. I watched Ben White play the whole season for Leeds in the Championship. You lost your mind.
You know what I mean when I said no one knows him. I don't mean that literally nobody knows him. I'm saying his stature has grown considerably.
No, okay, yeah, fact his stature's grown. I can't even argue that.
Yeah.
But not as a This might sound stupid, like I'm clutching at straws, yeah, but like not as what he was, not as a centre back, not as a defender. Like he's playing right wing.
because he's moved this season.
His not right wing, sorry, right back. His stature's grown, yeah, definitely. But you're at Arsenal, you're at a top club. You've been at the top of the league, yeah. You've been involved in all their good performances. So of course his stature's grown, yeah, but not as a centre back, not as what you bought him for, really.
Yeah, because he moved. Right back.
Yeah, so
and also this
it still could even speak to what I'm saying. Like, it's good business, and whoever who's their centre backs now, Duncan.
But hold on,
Duncan who though? Who
I
would
can't
that
remember.
one?
How long do you give someone to show you improvement? Ben White's been at Arsenal. Bro, how long has he been there?
Season, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is second season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long do you give a man to push on? This is his second season, right? Is it third or second season?
I don't think it's just third.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't like Basuma. These Matomas, they're all good. McAllister, I don't see them leaving and going and being world beaters.
Basuma hasn't pushed on.
None of them. Cucurella. I don't see no one leaving Brighton and being world beaters. So the losses are not that detrimental. It's players that they can replace. Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
You replace them, but again, it's just
they've got that in
two steps
Cinco.
forward, 2 steps back thing. So
yeah, but you say that, but this is De Zerbi's first season as well. So we don't know what next season's Brighton looks like. So it could be a 2-step back.
yeah, no,
thing.
it depends. Okay, cool. Brighton could go out and actually buy established players, as opposed to buying unknown gems from whatever league and then belong to him. Like, where do you find Caicedo? Where do you find Matoma? Or they could just go out and buy ready-made players. Fair enough. But if they follow their same pattern, which is developing, you're looking perplexed.
No, De Zerbi hasn't had a full season yet.
No,
That's what I said. It's his first season.
But he hasn't had a full season yet,
I don't understand.
which is good.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying this is his first season. Yeah, so we don't know what second season looks like.
Yeah.
What the point I'm making is,
But
this is the start of. I'm not saying that Brighton are big boys, yeah, but this is the start, yeah, but they could potentially be, yeah. But whether you think they're big boys or not, yeah, we're 34 games into the league, bro. Without a shadow of a doubt, they're one of the better teams in the league this season.
Yeah, of course.
They play some of the best football in the league, bro. Like easy, bro. Like easy.
No, remember, my whole thing was I didn't like the fact that they're talking like they're about to slap Arsenal because they got battered by Everton. That's what I'm saying.
It's because they're at home. But then you know what? You're not going to ask the question because it's the same thing. Like it's the same sentiment everybody had with St James's Park. You don't answer the question. You don't more than likely go there and slap them. But you can't be mad at people thinking that going there is difficult, bro. This is not. It's not. Ain't Brighton at home.
Come to us.
I'm not sure.
Oh, they come to use that. Oh, that's light, man.
I got double
That's
check.
light. Deal with that, man. That's light. Deal with that. Last time I was at Emirates and Brighton was in the building, they won 2-0, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Is it us?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's light then. But
Well, to be
Brighton
fair,
might definitely become a feeder club.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because Basuma was cooking when he was there.
and then he's not now though. That's my point.
Exactly.
So my point, and now Casado's cooking. Like
This is
like
it. They have a
what I'm
great
trying to
discovery
say is the system's built up for them to develop players and make money. They're not taking that. That's not an L.
He made the point.
That's
that
a plus to Basuma going.
but the thing is-
He's made the point that this is like Arsenal.
yeah.
Feeder club.
But if that's their business model, Brighton are happy to develop and sell players to stay afloat, then fine. If they haven't got big aspirations to keep their players and be a big,
It's not stay afloat. They're going to be in Europa this year. Next year, I mean.
No, I know.
It's not like stay afloat.
No,
Like they're growing and
but
building. This is
I'm
what I'm saying. This is the start, bro.
I'm not talking about. Yes, they're growing, but what I'm saying is, it seems like from rumors I'm hearing that their best players are
going.
all leaving.
Yeah, Casado will go. McAllister will go. Matoma will go.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they got Nsenko, who's coming up. He's gonna probably have a good season next year and be cold. And
Yeah.
we're gonna start talking about him next year.
Yeah.
There's another one. I can't remember his name. He's like an Ecuadorian or like a funny South American.
I'm not that well versed in their whole squad, to be fair.
I'm just saying, it's not. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But it might not be the end of the world.
No, it might not be because they've proven, for example, they lost Trossard and they're still exactly where they were. So, I
Onwards
mean,
and upwards, man.
and I've got nothing against Brighton. I'm hearing Reece Nelson might go to Brighton.
What loan?
No, on a permanent deal.
Is it?
That's a rumor, yeah. It's a rumor. But yeah, it'll be interesting on Sunday to see what happens, man. Hopefully Everton can do a little something for us still.
I mean, they shouldn't, man.
Is it Etihad?
I believe
If it's
so.
at Etihad, I'm not even thinking about it.
I think they got a lot of their games at home. They got. You gonna check?
Let me check.
I
If it's at
I think they got a lot of their games at home.
it is it's at Goodison Park.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's at Goodison Park.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, okay, that's cool. But again, man,
Yeah, of course, it's still City. It's still City, but all we could do is hope. we could do is hop in it.
In seasons past, I would have said a potential banana skin. Nah, City are bad boys, man. Just go strong, man. Just go strong, man. Go strong.
You know what annoys me about City? It's like they just can get goals and
Go strong, man.
Bruv,
Drag them at half time,
I
man.
see-
Wrap the game up in 45 minutes and drag the big boys at half time.
when you win a game against who they played just last and Gundogan scored both your goals, I'm like, yeah, I can't ball with this team, bro. Because if Haaland's not firing,
Then
Mahrez, De Bruyne, oh don't worry, we can get 2 goals from Gundogan. It's annoying.
remember that was this season when De Bruyne went out and Gundogan was just went on a tear,
Yeah.
smashing up goals and that. You get me? Like, nah, there's a lot going on there. Big boys. But we'll see, man. Big weekend coming up. So yeah, that was the Champions League. What other sports news have we got to get into? There was some stuff I didn't read yesterday because I was rushing. But today we got time.
No, we did.
That's what?
Don't do that.
Yeah, we have what half an hour, 15?
15?
15.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So, Boatsy?
No, I still get your MBA 100%. But spend more time with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's even NBA to get off to be fair. But
No, there's nothing. We'll get out of it in 15. We'll come. Boatsy wants Yard in an all-British
no,
fight.
did that yesterday.
No, we didn't.
Yes, he did.
He went
Oh,
to the
you
toilet.
spoke about
He went
it.
to the toilet.
Yeah,
He
you went on
to
it,
the
yeah.
Did we do... Oh, so we've done it all?
Yeah, I think we done it all.
So what are you not moaning for then?
No, but I don't think Brent realised that we done it yesterday.
Oh, sorry, people. They done it all. This is old news. My bad. All right, then let's get into Out Ere, man. Let's get into Out Ere. That number one, the link's gone. So I can't look at it. So and I was interested in that. I wanted to see that. But so if you can find a new link for me, I would appreciate that. But let's just make this short and sweet. What's number 5? All right, cool. I ain't had something stupid in a while. There's a man, yeah, called David Patrick Neal. Yeah, he's a pervert, basically, yeah. He is a hotel manager. He's looking feel safe as well, because this is happening in Nashville, so you ain't going to get got.
Oh, this is that toe sucking thing. I see Marv post it yesterday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Bro, this guy's a hotel manager, yeah. He works in a Hilton, yeah. He's facing charges of aggravated burglary and assault because he's gone into a guest hotel room at 5 a.m. in the morning, yeah, to try and suck this man's toes. Look at him. I want to know what about this man's feet inspired him to go and do this. Because if you work in a hotel, you would have seen people, the footfall must be crazy in there. You'd see feet every day. What was it about his crep? Like, what was going on?
It wasn't even about the man's feet. This man's a psychopath.
He's gone in there to suck toes,
He's
bro.
a psychopath.
Yeah, but he's worked there for ages. This is the first time he's done it. So there's a trigger.
Or it's the first time he got reported or caught. I'm not gonna lie, this ain't his first time. This can't be his first. Why is this his first time?
You said his first rodeo?
No way. You don't just suck toes like that, just willy nilly. Like this is something that's been happening.
He's a repeat offender.
Has to be.
Bro, he sucked the toes. The man woke up here. The man woke up and he saw a gentleman at the bottom of his bed and he had with toes in his mouth, bro.
That's a gentleman.
Huh?
Fam, the Chung Lee kick I'll give that guy when I wake up is insane, bro.
You might not. What if you didn't? What if you couldn't react?
What do you mean?
What if you were just like shocked? What if you was trying to work out if he was dreaming first?
Yeah, but that will last about 5 seconds. Then after the 5 seconds, I'm kicking him in his face.
He told them he was gone in there because he smelled fire. You get me? He smelled smoke.
Yeah, how sick you have to be to. That's mad.
But yeah, they think he was lying. Yeah, because he never reported no smoke to security. You get what I'm trying-
Of course he's lying. Yeah, but even if he was telling the truth, he still sucked the toes, regardless.
That's wild. And ain't the sheets in the bottom of the bed of the hotel like tucked in and that? Or do you kick them out? Do you kick them out when you get into the hotel? Or do you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't keep him wrapped up and snug?
No, that's like what? That's like being inside like a oven mitt or something.
That's what you want to be snug as a bug in a rug, innit?
Nah, I like to be free.
Oh, you have to kick them loose?
Yeah, I don't sleep in one. I move around.
See, but that's why. That's probably why you got. That's probably why they keep them tucked in at the bottom.
Also, I wear socks to bed as well. So I wear socks to bed.
He's gonna remove those socks, boy. You get me?
I don't know why you're trying to insert me in this scenario. Like I'm about to get my toes sucked by some brother.
Hey, you just gotta stay woke and be safe, boy. Hilton's gonna take a knock because I don't know when the next time I'm going Hilton is, and I don't care that it happened in Nashville. It's death by association. You know what I'm trying to say? The guy is trying to
That's the guy. For some reason, I thought it was a black guy. I don't know why.
No, that's the guest, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah. He is suing Hilton, yeah, for hiring my man. That's cold. Like, not for what happened. He's suing them. He's suing them for even hiring him.
Why is there more money in that claim than just suing him for the act?
I think he's got more chance of it because he's got criminal records, and they're saying that it should have shown up on his what's the word called? Background check. Okay. When he did the background check, it should have showed up on his thing. So I reckon they think they got more chance of winning that. What has he got on his background? Let's see if he's got toe sucking. He's got.
Looks like a
what?
You say he looks like a what?
Cherry chap.
Cherry chappy. Yeah, he's sucking toes. He's got to be happy about something.
What?
He's got multiple charges of forgery.
Yeah.
He's got drinking and driving, and a manslaughter conviction.
Okay, he's a
jack of all trades.
repeat offender. What charge is this toe sucking incident?
Aggravated burglary, and assault.
Burglary? What, he stole something?
The hotel manager is facing charges of aggravated burglary and assault. He stole his dignity. He did steal something off him.
Assault? No, but obviously the word burglary I wouldn't associate it with this type of crime.
He stole it, man. He took it.
He stole his toe virginity.
He took it, man. He stole something, man. That's what it is, man. Yeah, aggravated burglary and assault. Burglary. What did he take?
Brian, I bet you go to Marvin's page. Play Marvin's take on this scenario.
What was Marvin saying?
He basically put the story on the background, and he's a green screen in it, so he's talking about it. He's just narrating it, kind of thing. Innit?
Oh, what he would have done if he was there. Let's see if we can get this fused up.
No, that's insane. What type of deviant do you have to be?
What, to go around doing it?
Yeah.
You are not listening. You are still not trying to figure out what triggered this Don. Maybe he had Jordans on or something. Brother, he would have seen.
Here. Hotel manager charged after a guest woke up to him sucking on his toes. What are you talking about? You used the key card to open my door. You offed my socks and you're sucking on my toes.
You man got to stop
And
sleeping.
you know the baddest thing is, you know something when you're dreaming, your dream gets sweet. My man's probably in the dream like, oh my God, baby, stop it. You are naughty. Man's doing in his sleep, not knowing that the hotel manager is in his room sucking on man's toes. Hey, yo. What you do? You sucking my toes. Don't involve me in your nonsense. in your fetish. No. You're traumatized for life. You're done. You can never go to a hotel again. Waking up in cold sweat. My feet. Your missus are going to be cuddling you like, what's wrong, babes? You all right? You're just breathing bare heavy in the bedroom, bro. I thought he was here. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I went police station today. Right, what happened? Right, man was in the hotel room like, manager snuck in and sucked my toes, bro. Hey, the man that would not let you live that down. You're toast. You're finished, bro. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen this story, right?
Yeah, no. You put it there, that would be funny still. You couldn't live that.
Guilty for years.
Oh my God, he's a serial killer.
That was from his own manslaughter, I think. And he's always
He probably
smirking.
killed a guy that woke up whilst it is that he was.
Sucking the toes.
Mm.
He's a nasty piece of work, man. All right, cool, man. I can't remember your name, but you are done at here, man. David Neal, toe sucker. He's done at here. Let's get into our outro. Well, there you have it. We're at the end of a wonderful show. You get me? Thanks for our guests for coming in. Man, the music all right? You enjoyed that
man.
one?
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Brent's rushing me because he's got other commitments, which is cool. I hear that. I wanted to spend more time with you, so don't get because you're deeper. I wanted to spend more time with you, so I'm sure you know I love kicking it with you lot, but we gotta go, man. So listen, if you ain't like the video, like it before you leave. Yeah. Share it, send it to a friend, send it to an enemy, all of that good stuff. We'll be here in the morning, same time, same place, man. More goodness for your head top, man. Peace out.
Peace.